How are you guys doing? Today is Saturday, March 6, 2021, out here in this quarantine. I'm James Sims, and for this episode of The Elite, I'm going to review the elite performances from yesterday, Friday, March 5th, and of course, I'm going to preview everything that's going on today as we navigate through the world of sports one day at a time. And with the NFL season being finished, the MLB season in spring training, and the NBA season halted momentarily because it's All-Star weekend, I'm going to get started with the NHL just to give you a sense of what's going on in the NHL. And remember, all these teams have to play within their division. So, of course, starting in the Eastern Division, the Boston Bruins hosted and defeated the Washington Capitals 5-1 after scoring 3 goals in the second period. Their center Marchand would finish with 2 goals and an assist. With this win on the night, the Boston Bruins are now tied for the third best record in the East Division, right behind, as they're 1 point behind the New York Islanders and Washington Capitals in the table with this win. Jumping out to the Central, the Chicago Blackhawks hosted the Tampa Bay Lightning and were able to pull off a win via the shootout, and their left winger DeBrincat would finish with 2 goals on the day for the Blackhawks as they were able to get their 13th win of the season. With this win, the Chicago Blackhawks now hold the 4th best record in the division as they now sit 3 points out of first place behind the first place Tampa Bay Lightning. And then jumping out west to show you what's going on with all the teams out in that division. Starting at the top, the Las Vegas Golden Knights were able to go to San Jose and pull off a 5-4 win in overtime. Their left winger Pacioretty would finish with 2 goals and an assist as the Golden Knights picked up their 15th win of the season. With this win, they currently sit on top of the West Division as they now lead the second place St. Louis Blues by 1 point in the table, and they've played 4 less games, by the way. Speaking of the Blues went to Los Angeles and were able to beat the Kings 3-2. The left winger Perron would lead the way as he had 2 goals, and their center O'Reilly would have 3 assists, he assisted on all 3 of the scoring plays. And with their 14th win of the season, the St. Louis Blues now hold on to the second best record in the West. And then really quickly, looking out to what's going on with the Avalanche hosted the Anaheim Ducks, and they were able, and Colorado was able to pull off a 3-2 overtime victory to help them get their 13th win of the season. And with this win, the Colorado Avalanche now sit with the 3rd best record in the Western Division. And then last but not least, sitting 4th, the Minnesota Wild were able to go to Phoenix and beat the Arizona Coyotes 5-1 after scoring 3 goals in the first period. With their 13th win of the season, the Wild now currently are tied for 3rd place with the Colorado Avalanche as they now have the 4th best record, or tied for the 3rd best record in the division. All 4 of the top teams in the West divisions were able to pull off a win yesterday. The Golden Knights are on a 5-game winning streak and the Blues are on a 4-game winning streak. And then looking out to what's going on today, starting with the primetime matchups. At 7 o'clock, the Montreal Canadiens are going to host the Winnipeg Jets, but way before that, at 1 o'clock, the Jersey Devils are going to host the New York Rangers on 1 o'clock on ESPN. The Canadian Jets will be at 7. Also at 1 o'clock, the Pittsburgh Penguins will host the Philadelphia Flyers on NBC Sports Network. And then those are going to be the big games that are going to be on primetime today. With the NBA that completely out of commission, or with the NBA not having games on tonight, I'm going to jump into what's going on with college basketball. The only ranked game from yesterday's schedule was between 20th ranked Loyola Chicago and unranked Southern Illinois. In this game, Loyola Chicago would pull off a 73-49 win at home after outscoring Southern Illinois by double digits both halves. And then their guard, Braden Norris, would finish with 11 points, 5 rebounds, and 9 assists. With this win, the 20th ranked Loyola Chicago Ramblers are now 7-3. And with this loss, unranked Southern Illinois is now 12-14, as they are 5-13 in the MVC. Looking forward to what's going on today. We have a full slate of college basketball. Starting at noon, unranked Notre Dame will host 11th ranked Florida State on ESPN2. At 1 o'clock, 20th ranked Loyola Chicago will host unranked Indiana State on CBS Sports Network. Indiana State, that's where Larry Bird went to school. At 2 o'clock, 6th ranked West Virginia will host 17th ranked Oklahoma State on ESPN2. At the same time, unranked Georgia will host 8th ranked Alabama on CBS, and 23rd ranked Purdue will host unranked Indiana on ESPN. At 2:30, unranked Providence will host 10th ranked Villanova on Fox. At 5 o'clock, 7th-ranked Ohio State will host 4th-ranked Illinois on ESPN. At the same time, unranked Louisville will host 21st-ranked Virginia on ESPN2. At 5 o'clock, 12th-ranked Arkansas will host unranked Texas A&M on SEC Network. At the same time, at 5 o'clock, 14th-ranked Creighton will host unranked Butler on Fox, and that's going to be at 6 o'clock or at 5 o'clock as well. Those are going to be the big matchups, especially when it comes to college basketball. And last but not least, taking a look at what's going on with the world of soccer, because of course we are entering a weekend and we are close to the second half of the season, so it's kind of worth seeing what's going on in each league. There were no big performances from yesterday in terms of games that are really shaking up their leagues. In Spain, Valencia was able to beat Villarreal 2-1. And I guess with this win, just looking at where, not really a really big game and kind of determining what's going on in that table. But really quickly, let's go looking out to what's going on currently, starting in the Premier League. Arsenal will go to Burnley at 7:30. That's going to be the big game. Also, Leicester City will go to face off against Brighton and Hove Albion at 3 o'clock. Leicester City is currently sitting third in the table, as a win here could momentarily see them jump in front of Manchester United by 2 points. In the German Bundesliga, the reigning Bundesliga champs, Bayern Munich, will host Borussia Dortmund at 12:30, as this is the game that's known as Der Klassiker. Bayern Munich is currently sitting 2 points ahead of RB Leipzig in first place, so a win here could see themselves keep their spot in first. A win here could possibly see Borussia Dortmund move into fourth place back into Champions League territory, as the team that's ahead of them. Eintracht Frankfurt will host VfB Stuttgart, and VfB Stuttgart is about the 10th best team in soccer, so that's another game to be looking out for. And then second place RB Leipzig will go to Freiburg, as they sit 2 points behind Bayern Munich, and a win here could very possibly see them take over the top spot if Bayern loses to Dortmund. And looking out to Serie A, Juventus will host Lazio at 2:45, as they're two of Italy's teams that are currently facing off in the Champions League right now. Juventus is currently sitting third in the table, as they trail second place Milan by 4 points. A win here could see them move within 1 point of AC Milan, a team that's been sitting at the very top. So this is a chance for Juventus to move up the table. And then in La Liga, Osasuna will host FC Barcelona at 3 o'clock. And then based off how Barcelona has been playing the last couple of games, they're in prime position to move forward. Right now, they're tied with Real Madrid for the second best record in La Liga, and a win here could momentarily put them a few points ahead of Real Madrid and within a couple of points of Atletico. And then in the France Coupe de France, Brest will host PSG at 3:10, and those are really all the big games that are going on today. But once again, I want to thank everyone for listening to all 8-9 minutes of this piece. I hope all is well, and I will catch you guys tomorrow on Sunday, March 7th, as we cover the world of sports one day at a time once these exhibitions are done. Once again, I want to thank everyone for listening to all 8 minutes of this piece. I hope all is well, and peace out. I'll catch you with an elite profile after this, and then just a regular daily show rundown tomorrow. Thanks once again, and peace out.